figure.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Oh shit, man! This is gonna be a good episode. No, this is gonna be a good episode. This is gonna be a great one. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition, another installment, a new special episode of your favorite music podcast on these beautiful streets. The R&B N Chill podcast is back. We back with another one. Listen, before we get into it, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. We are not on Spotify, by the way. We've already explained why. We're not going through those. We're not going through that explanation again. But if you would like to check out the podcast via audio, please tap into our website, epicechopro.com, or you can listen to us on any other podcast audio platform. And you can watch this on our Patreon at Epic Echo Pro on Patreon right now. All right, listen, we are here at the Creators Retreat and the Experience Part 2. You feel what I'm saying? And very excited to have one of my good brothers finally in the flesh. Finally meet in the flesh. This is the first time out of 5 years? It feel like 5 years. Yo. Artist, musician, hip-hop legend and historian, professor, doctor. You feel what I'm saying? The Mr. Al Pete is in the building. What's up, man? My guy. Listen, it's first of all too long. Way too long.
Won't happen again.
Never happen again. Never happen again. Okay. Out of everybody here in the retreat, this is literally our first time meeting. And sure. I'm like, it feels like me and LP have been brothers for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we have not met up at all is a problem. Yeah. But better late than never. Mr. LP, how are you? Welcome to the show, my guy.
Man, blessings on blessings. I'm good, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Welcome. For those who may not know the AP, Mr. Al Pete, let them know who you are, my guy.
All right, man, hip hop musician that consists of MC, DJ, producer, engineer, media professional.
Absolutely.
Founder of Mr. Peters' Neighborhood, also known as the MPN Network, which is a media company that highlights myself and my brothers that are in the building. Professor. And one of the coolest neighbors that you will ever know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Understand that's a fact, right? Al Pete is probably one of the coolest dudes I have come to know and been grateful to be a part of his life and him a part of mine. Yeah. And I'm super excited for this interview. Let's get straight into it. You've been doing this music thing for what? How long? About 20 plus? 25?
Yeah. Well, I started DJing in 02.
Wow.
2002. So yeah, we walking into
26 years. Yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah, man. MCing that just right. As long. Yeah.
So just musicianship in itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been around music like crazy. Started off playing piano in elementary.
Oh, you was John Legend in high school. Oh shit! Oh shit! Let me find out.
I played piano and I jumped on alto sax. So I played alto sax all the way up to like my second, third year in college.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm. I still play.
Were you in band?
Yeah, I was in the band.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh, definitely.
I was in the marching, symphonic, concert, and jazz.
How was that shaping how was being in the band shaping your musical like career in terms of sound, in terms of being structured, in terms of the musicianship within a band, and how meticulous there has to be. How is that kind of, you know, led you to be such great in your musicianship?
Man, well, from the structure aspect of it, for sure. Um, made my band director, rest in peace, Mr. Bugs.
Shout out to Mr.
It
Bugs,
was
rest in
he was
peace.
my band director in high school, but all the people who taught me how to play saxophone, they were all in the Bugs family.
Mm-hmm.
So like his sister taught me in elementary, and then I moved over to elementary and middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in leadership with the Bugs family. So Mr. Bugs' son, Terrence Bugs, he still teaches now in at Paxson High School. And the structure of it was like it was the organizational skills and just being in leadership because
Mm-hmm.
I was the freshman section leader as well as the senior section leader.
Right.
So that taught you leadership. Just leaning on the next person, just being, teamwork.
Right.
That definitely shaped me. So I understand the components when it comes to musicianship.
Right.
Like you understand that when you're working with certain people that you kind of let them do what they do, as
Absolutely.
well as
Absolutely.
find people that could that mesh
Can
well
add.
with you.
Yep.
That can add to your stuff. So those were like the biggest lessons that I got from being in the band, and it helped me grow in the music world for sure.
Was music always a passion for little LP?
Yes.
Was that your go-to? Was little LP saying, I want to be in music? Like, this is the profession that I want to do.
Well, I knew I love music because
Right.
they was playing music like crazy.
Right.
My mom and my dad.
Mhm.
So my mom was more the gospel, rhythm and blues.
Of course.
I say rhythm and blues versus R&B because 70s, 80s, it was that whole like contemporary rhythm and
OJ's, Tim
blues,
Tex,
yeah,
yep.
that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So that I had that side, and then my dad, he was on that side as well, but he was more jazz heavy and more the
Gotcha.
music that he was more on the social aspects of music.
Right.
So it was more towards the socialization, Black Power,
Yep.
that type of stuff. So
Yep.
I got a mixture of all of that. So I love music. Then that's what drew me. And then my grandma put me in front of a piano,
Mhm.
and I realized that I can control the sounds that I was hearing and thinking in my head.
Right.
I can put those down. But then it really, really hit me when hip hop came into my life. When hip hop came into my life, I was like, oh yeah. The first thing I said was, I was like, yeah, I want to rap.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was like, ain't really nothing else that, I'll play the saxophone was still in the forefront
Mm-hmm.
because I knew that, at some point it would take me to greater heights. I would get a scholarship from it, to go to college or something like that. But like rapping, I was like, yeah, get me in the studio. Get me in the studio.
Right.
Let me get a record deal, that type of thing. So that came about definitely like my elementary years. So music has always been there, but the actual being a performer and being an artist, that came along a little bit later.
26 plus years in the industry. What are some of the hardships that you have experienced when it comes to musicianship, artistry, and just being sometimes in this industry that can be a little fickle?
Everybody about business. It ain't really about nothing else. Everybody's like, and even with that, like you see it now in the industry where it's the business mantra it's still present, but it's just a little bit lower than it was before.
Right.
Because now you have independency when it comes to that. So a lot of people are going the entrepreneurship independence route. So you can be a little bit more community. You can find a little bit more brotherhood and stuff like that. But back in the day, nah, like people were just like business is business. I don't care what you have going on. I need you to produce this. I need you to produce that. People just being conniving, man, and just being very like ugly.
True.
Like just like cutthroat. if they feel like they can get something from you, they like, okay, well, let me just act like I'm this towards you to get what I want, and then
Right.
they, the disposable situation.
Right.
So
Right.
those are like the main things that the hardships that I've had to face, where people just kind of throw you to the wayside after they've used you and got what you want, or they feel like you after they get the service from you, they just dispose you. So I feel like that's a definitely a hardship that I have to go through, especially with me being like brotherly and community. Like I'm really
I
big on
was
that.
just about to get into that because you are what we've all called for years now the community man.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people can say community or we're building community. When we look at the NPN network and what you have continuously built and evolved into, the word just doesn't do it justice for you. You exude that off of you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it shows every time you either throw an event or you have something going on or you're doing something, whether it's just by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen personally just how your community steps up and shows you love, right? And I'm like, and especially in a time where again, that word community is so loosely used.
Yeah.
You don't use it much, you show it enough and often.
For sure.
Talk to me a little bit about why showing it instead of just saying it in terms of community, not just with your music, but with being a media professional that you are, being an award-winning podcaster, and being a DJ, and having all of these avenues, being a professor, and why just not just saying the word community, but expressing and showing why community is important.
I mean, simply put, actions speak louder than words.
That's it.
Actions speak louder than
that's
words,
it.
man. Like, it's one thing to like tell somebody, hey, good job, you're doing this, that, and third. But just showing some type of affirmations is like the best feeling or whatever. And that goes from us growing up, or even whatever said situation, or that you came from. Something had to like show you that they care for you. You know what I'm saying? And the feeling that we've had when we were young, starting from my parents telling us, hey, good job getting that A on that paper, or good job playing that game, and playing baseball and stuff like that. So when you get older, that don't go away.
Right.
You get into relationships, your relationships change.
Right.
And so those affirmations and stuff have to be, repeated over and over again, because you deal with hardships, you deal with the pain and the fears of life or whatever. So it just feels good to know that you're striving for something, especially when you're like goal driven, especially when you're dealing with people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with people, we all going through something, and you just have to be as kind as possible to people. And the smallest gestures make like people's lives change around. I mean, for all of us, we've had like some very crazy days, and somebody had came to you and said, I mean, hell, be transparent, man. Like, me getting up here was but as soon as I jumped in the car with you and Dom, I'm like, all right, we good to go. I come in the room, I see Square, then Craig come in with the fog machine. You know what I'm saying?
I got you in the butt.
That's what brought the fog and had the fog. But like, when I saw my brothers, it changed my attitude like crazy. Like,
absolutely.
So it's those type of things that the community needs, especially when you're thinking about what's going on in the world, or going on with people in general. You got to just reassure people that everything's good and everything's fine. So
absolutely. And that's why you're the community man. God damn it. That's why you're the community man. God damn it. That's AP shit. AP, Duval County.
Duval County.
Duval.
Yeah, man.
How has Jacksonville shaped you, not just as who you are, as Mr. Al Pete, the professional, Mr. NPN, the mighty NPN, but Al Pete, the man? How has Jacksonville shaped you? Because I just see all the love that Jacksonville gives you, and sometimes maybe not gives you in a sense, but I see it. How has this city, maybe in just the state of Florida, how has Jacksonville shaped you as a man?
Yeah, I mean, outside of you know family, growing up there, going to school, my formative years, you know what I'm saying, like raising the family, that type of thing. Just the culture of Jacksonville, it's just one of a kind, man. And everybody has their own cultures,
Right.
but regardless of cities and states. But I know for like Jacksonville, we just have like this very enriching culture. We
love Duval.
One of the things that I pride on is us, like, we tell people you can come to Jacksonville and start up something. Like, this is the playing ground to start things up. But the interesting part that people don't talk about is like the way that we start stuff up, but we like had this continuation of it.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of creators. I've dealt with a lot of creators, influencers, business people.
Yep.
All that we just have a way to create some stuff and we make it our own or whatever, and not just say, oh, this is mine. Like, it's definitely has that like Floridian flair to it.
Absolutely.
So when you think about the colors and the accents of Florida, the tools that make it up, i.e., we joke about the peacocks or whatever, but but like the peacocks,
but it's true.
But it's ours.
It is.
It's our thing. The flamingos are our thing. The palm trees. So
yes,
those things are significant, and those things, add to the flavor of how I created myself, and it adds to that. So, and we just bring it to a culture and just make it our own. So that's one of the things that has built me up to be like Al Pete, like. And then when I go elsewhere and have that flair, it's like it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing else. All the things. So,
first of all, I love Duval County. Duval all day.
Duval.
R&B mostly. Mm-hmm. The highly successful R&B mostly, which we need that up in New York, please. Because respectfully, as much as I love NYC, they don't know how to do.
That's shocking to me.
Really? Up there. I mean, as a boy who was born in Florida, raised in Detroit, it's just like I've been around R&B music all my life, and I've seen how Detroit and I say that, and I really say that because when I moved to New York, I think for me, I took for granted how good the Detroit market was when it came to R&B concerts. How affordable they were, and just how the performances were. Not to say when they went to New York, the performances didn't shut down.
Right.
However, there are a lot less R&B performances, or even like, trap. What is it? Trap karaoke or something like that. Like, we'll get more trap karaoke up there and comedy shows up there than we do a lot of R&B acts. The last one I went to was Cisco and Drew Hill. Okay. And that was at a college, right? That wasn't at a big stadium, which I understand. Sold out though. Okay. But to me, I'm like, we need more. Like R&B, especially the old school R&B, because a lot of the old school R&B artists are coming back, making a comeback, looking good, right? Still touring. They just not hitting this New York market, right? Talk a little bit about R&B mostly, the success of it, and are you going on the road with it soon?
I would love to go on the road with it soon. At some point, we've done Orlando and Charlotte. Those are the two that we've done.
outside of
outside of Jacksonville. So I would love to do take it up soon. You know what? And it's interesting that you saying this because so when it comes to music with me, like Jacksonville is a big small city,
right.
right? So the culture that we have is ours, but the other cultures that exist, around the United States or whatever, those cultures don't necessarily reach Jacksonville to that degree, right? So I just be thinking, if we're doing it here, it's
Everybody
probably
else.
times 3 or 4 elsewhere. I be thinking that too. I mean, listen, I'm sitting thinking about a conversation that I had with me and Craig had this conversation years ago, and I was telling him like up north for me, up north music was like we just thought wow, but like it was the same experiences. We shared kind of the same experiences when it came to certain stuff. So I don't know, man. It's interesting that you say that. That's what I'm leading up to say. It's interesting that you say that, but it's like for me, the experiences that I've witnessed with my family or whatever, my curiosity with music has made me expand way more than I guess playing typical R&B, so to say, or like the same songs. Like,
Absolutely.
like I think about the songs that I listened to that my dad used to play. I think
Right.
about the cultures that existed. I mean, even when in the '90s, like New York was like big to me.
Yes.
Like, and to me, it's still big.
It is big.
So like I felt like a lot of music existed in those spots. Even we talking about like we're here in Detroit, we went to Hentsman, and it just riding back from here, I was like, oh, now all this music that came from this one place.
Good.
I mean, you think about
To the soul,
like even talking to Craig, like Ohio, like just like the music that comes from Ohio, like and all these Memphis, all the places that we existed. I'm like, why can't we put this in one party?
I'm not mad at that,
but it is interesting that you say that a place like New York doesn't have that. But with all that being said, we will make plans to bring it up.
Yes, please.
And I'll say this: when it comes to R&B, this whole R&B phase or whatever the case, because we're definitely in the R&B phase.
Yes,
I do feel like there's not enough justice being done with the R&B phase. So I pride on R&B mostly being that for for Jacksonville or whatever. So we definitely gonna dig deep into the pocket. We playing the old school, the current throwbacks and the future stuff. You know what I'm saying? And really digging deep into it and going from there. That's what I pride off when it comes to R&B mostly for sure.
I've been to similar things like R&B mostly that have been put on. I mean, was it as good from what I saw and then from what I experienced, from what I saw you put on to what I experienced from the other place, I would have definitely been where you were. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, right?
But I think I don't mean to cut you off, but like I feel like one of the main reasons that exists is because people can, be in their own little worlds. People don't be doing no researching and seeing what people like, what people felt like, who's in the room, how many people in the room, what's the demographic. Like, is it obviously when it's an R&B party, it's gonna be
it's gonna be us.
Yeah, us. And it's gonna be more.
It's gonna be a little bit of. It's gonna be a little white people up in there that know a little, a little 1-2 step or whatever like that. But it's gonna be us in there,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Probably more women than men.
Absolutely.
Probably couples, and even the people that single, they wild, they ready. So that's a recipe to play.
And that's why
all of that.
And that's why R&B mostly works. That's why we need more R&B mostlies. You understand what I'm saying? Because trap karaoke really has cornered the market in really making like hip hop like the centerpiece of karaoke music and everything like that. However, and a but, I've always wanted, and I've always thought about it. I said this to some of my boys back in the day. I'm like, yo, we need to make a party where like we can get some R&B music, get some drinks, have a DJ, get it flowing, get stage. You doing that?
I appreciate it.
Like you having that.
Yeah.
And it looks fire. It looks enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It looks like a regular party with some good vibes, some good drinks, some possibly good food. Hey, I'm not here for
Yeah, they
I'm
got
here
it.
for
No, the food trucks.
you know what I'm
be
saying?
busting, for sure.
Good food. So we need that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. We need that.
Well, we're gonna work on getting it up there.
We
Craig,
need
you gonna
it,
come out there
please.
with me, man?
Yes. Hit the button. Hit the button. Great is coming up there. Again, 26 years in the game. You are also a professor yourself. Doctor.
No, not doctor yet. Not doctor
That's why I professed it, right?
yet. Okay.
Um,
Fair enough. Look at Square over there.
You know
Square
what
over
I'm
there.
saying?
Square over there smiling like crazy.
Because Square already know too. It's happening. It's in the making, man. So as a professor, and I'm gonna ask the same question that I asked KD. What is some advice that you can give the youth nowadays who are practicing music, studying music, and to some of the younger musicians out here as well who are in the artistry, whether it be R&B, hip hop, pop rock, whatever it is? What is some advice that you can give them?
I'm gonna go with my number one thing. Reward experimentation. Like, and it's in the setting with the people that you mentioned, the reward experimentation part for me would look like use the playing field to experiment. Like, don't limit yourself or don't feel like you have to go this way to get, that one thing.
Right.
Like, experiment. Like, try some things out. I think I know a lot of the surroundings don't reward experimentation. And people feel like they're not allowed to experiment.
That's true.
But we're in an evergreen type of industry, and especially when it comes to college students, like, this is the right time to mess up.
Facts.
This is the time to try out some things,
yes,
see what's
and
up,
see what works and what does not work. Yes.
Especially if you have like professors that will side with you. Like, all professors are supposed to be there for the betterment of the student.
Right.
So if you got one that's on your team and they support you and all that stuff, try the stuff out. Like experiment. Because in that experimentation, something's going to show up.
Yep.
Something's going to show up.
Because you're trying.
Because you're trying, yeah. You're trying. And so that's I lead with that all the time.
Absolutely.
Reward experimentation.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Let's get into our game, man. R&B pick one, Al. All right?
All right.
So, just like I did with KD, you get two artists. You got to pick one. Disclaimer, we love all of you. Okay? This is not a shot at anybody. I don't want y'all calling my phone nor emailing me.
Right.
All right? But we love you. All right. Here we go. Number one. I gotta get you, because you are also a musical mind too. So I gotta stump you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. The Temptations or the OJs?
OJs.
Really? Wow. Okay. OJs, and I love the OJs too. Really? Okay. OJs. All right. Number two. Blackstreet or Jodeci?
Jodeci. I said Jodeci.
Okay. Now
I think Blackstreet had a cheat code.
A little bit.
I mean, Jodeci really had a cheat code, but Jodeci cheat code wasn't in the group.
That's true.
Blackstreet had a cheat code.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's real. That's real. All right, here we go. Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Oh, Whitney.
Oh, all day, every day. We love you, Mariah, but all day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that, Sean. Don't do that, Sean. Okay.
Let me do it. Let me say this real quick. Mariah Carey, I want to say a year or two ago, she had just got her like first award from like the BET Awards or something like that.
Yeah,
it was like a year that she had just got her first award from
the
BET Awards and somebody else, and I thought that was tacky.
Okay, we can talk about it real quick.
Yeah,
real quick. Not only was it tacky, the performances and the tributes that they had singing for her.
Mariah
yes, Carey? Bro.
Yeah. I just want us to not act like Mariah Carey didn't slap in these streets though. Like I'm like I know we said Whitney Houston with Mariah Carey, but Mariah Carey is still slapping in the streets outside of the Christmas music or whatever. Like
she's still making a bag off of the Christmas music every damn year.
But no, but
even still off of that,
she has some great music,
some phenomenal music and hits. She stayed at she had the record for the most weeks at number one with Boyz II Men for 16 weeks on the Billboard charts. Like you don't do that just off of no bullshit ass voice. No, she could sing her ass off.
And she could sing her ass off.
You feel what I'm saying? She was validated by all the singers back then. You feel what I'm saying?
So I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. Like Mariah Carey,
she is the shit.
She did her justice.
That's okay. That's a fact. All right. Let's see. Casey and JoJo or Drew Hill?
Drew Hill. If they would have.
What was they run from? What 90 what to 90 what?
Casey and JoJo.
Yeah,
I felt like they dropped like 2 or 3 songs and that was it.
And that was it. They maybe had like a 2-year run, maybe 3-year run, maybe.
Drew Hill.
If they drop 3 songs, I'm gonna maybe say they had a 4-year run. I'm gonna give them 4, just off the rip.
Yeah, I
know Drew Hill had a great run.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Drew Hill for sure.
Drew Hill, okay.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, I'm going to try to fuck you up with this one. And I wanna kind of keep it. Let's see. Okay. David Banner or T.I.?
T.I.
Okay.
Yeah. David Banner is that dude.
Hey, David Banner look. Hey, man, he look like he got some money on.
Listen, if we're talking about T.I.'s career,
oh yeah, T.I. been like he been killing. His new song is going crazy.
Yeah, we have to like in the midst of like T.I.'s prime.
Yeah,
we had to mention David Banner.
Oh yeah, David Banner was that.
David Banner gave T.I. one of the many hits, not many. Well, one of the many hits that he's made.
Absolutely.
Yeah, David Banner definitely.
Well, you know what? What I should have said was T.I. or 50 Cent.
Oh, I'm saying T.I.
He still said T.I. See, look at there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Al, thank you for coming on the show, my boy.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Much success and all, and I appreciate you and everything that you do. I appreciate you in the R&B community, the podcast community, just brotherhood community. Absolutely. I appreciate you on all levels, man. So please keep this shit going.
Of course, my brother.
Please keep this shit going.
Where can they find you? Where can the people find you? And how can they get access to you?
Oh man, start off on the websites. The NPN Network, npn-llc.com, MrAlpete.com. If you just don't want to go to the websites, go to the socials.
Right.
Go to Mr. Alpete everywhere, NPN Management everywhere.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all not gonna go to the websites, but we'll have the websites in the description. Even still,
listen, go to the websites.
No, I make them go to the websites. Damn it,
go to the websites and you scroll down at the bottom,
and the socials is right there. But
so,
you know that'd be too much work for them nowadays. It's so much. Whatever. Get the fucking scrolling. All right. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Be sure to check out Mr. Al Pete. Is the Tables Might Wobble coming back for season 2?
Yeah, season
Yeah! The award-winning Tables Might Wobble, boy. I'm super excited.
It got to come back.
I'm super excited. As a fan of the show, I'm super duper excited. So season 2.
Oh yeah, real, and shout out. Listen, I woke up the other day and it was like 1,000 downloads. So shouts out to.
Yes, man.
So
People still listening to that junk.
Yeah, for sure.
Season 1 was fire.
Thank you, man.
Come on, man. Season 1 was fire. So we are definitely anticipating and ready for season 2. So we're definitely going to thank Al Pete for coming on the show. And thank you to everybody that listens and watches this podcast. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all again. If you want to watch this, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Epic Echo Pro, and listen to us on all streaming audio platforms, except for Spotify. Again, we're not going through the explanations for that. All right. We love y'all. We thank y'all. And of course, it's been another one. All right. Peace. Love and hair grease. We out.